Right, so, yep. Not sure what is at fault exactly about YouTube always cutting out, but, yeah, well, here we are, basically. Fucking hate it. Yeah, YouTube is working right now because I restarted the stream completely, but looks like I'm never gonna use the live function for YouTube ever fucking again. Because god damn it, it just constantly cuts out. I'll have to just work on basically events now. But events constantly have a different fucking stream key. I hate changing stream keys, damn it. Ah! Well, fuck.
I'm not the only who has problems, apparently.
Fucking YouTube, man.
Yeah. So, I switched computers for the Discord now.
Ah, well. That's what you get when you load in too much malware, man. It's not good.
Well, in my case, it's voice meter and all this music
I
production
have voice
stuff.
meter too, you know.
Yeah. No, the problem apparently is I have my VR headset disconnected and I have my synthesizer connected, and it got confused by that.
Voice meter doesn't handle disconnected and reconnect, or rather, disconnected audio devices. As soon as you disconnect anything, even unplug your headphones from the jack, voice meter crashes. It's fun. Yeah. I love it. I absolutely fucking love it. I mean, I do love voice meter, but god damn it, at least code in, you know, exception cases for, oh, this device is not available anymore. Whoopsie. Rather than crash it outright. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, anyways, while I'm waiting for most people to come back and all that stuff, Jesus Christ, well, I'll showcase the difference between the two editings in just a bit. Fuck.
So I was going to ask, who of you crazy guys in the chats took the bait and ground out the cutter if they haven't done it so far? With the special discount going on until tomorrow.
Ah, yes, the discount, right. I mean, you could have done quite a lot, actually. Quite a lot of the mission grind, or rather, the grind rank thingamajig. From, what was it? From the burning stations, when there were burning stations, right?
Stations. Yes, yeah. So, yeah, I got quite far up with the burning stations, but I actually had to finish the grind then in the Garlin system down there, like, which is the current meta. So I've done it. Yeah, but no, I would have preferred to this to happen organically and not in this forced way.
Oh, I'm just happy that I managed to get my cutter rank and federal rank through mission board flipping back in the day. I'm just happy I managed to do that much, because today, rank grinding? Oh, no. He's not good. Like, it's really bad. So, yeah. It's pretty bad. So, yeah, right. Well, while we're heading out, then. I bought myself 2 cutters. Now I need to grind the credits for actually outfitting them. Ah, don't worry. These days, grinding credits not that hard. Frankly speaking, it's just go spend a little bit time in the rings of whatever planet or whatnot else. Just mining and mining again. So off you go, basically, and then outfit the hell out of your ship. So. What's the origin? As I repeat once more, it's the origin of the channel. On the 11th October, the channel celebrates its 9th year, or its 9th anniversary. So yeah, I've been making content for 9 years on this channel alone, and let's see, The first video I made was about 2 years before that. I think it was 2 years before that, but that was just, you know, typical music montage of nonsense for 3 games. But I don't think I even have those videos anywhere around. Well, regardless, the point is, yeah, just my actual video making stuff happened starting from oh gods. Yeah, it was 2011 and October 11. Imagine 11. Oh, what? No, it was 11, 10, 11. It was almost 11, 11, 11, but yeah, there you go. Could have been interesting to make the channel 2 days ago. You know, that would have been 9, 10, 11. Oh well. What ifs, what ifs. Still pretty nice. So yeah, been making content throughout this whole time and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's been quite a while. It's been quite a while. At least it wasn't 9/11. Oh God, we can't get away. As Red Letter Media, you know, jokes often about, we just can't get away from it. I mean, technically I'm European, so it doesn't really impact me at all, you know, that tragedy particularly. So, but yeah, it's still ingrained into culture everywhere, especially now in, you know, internets and so on and so forth. So sucks, but you know, it is what it is. Now come to think of it, speaking of cultural impact and so on and so forth, it'd be interesting to see what actual long-term cultural impact will this particular pandemic will have on the world in general. Well, I guess we'll wait and see, essentially. But, yeah. Oh, and speaking of something pretty stupid on top of it, so in recent times, I've just, you know, been bored after streaming or rather not bored, but just simply in order to relax in the evenings, I just go up and look up some movies that I could watch, right? And there's always that one movie, I think it was called Stop Corona or something stupid as that. Basically, the low effort, just, I don't know, clickbaity movie, basically. Like Sharknado or what else, and I'm just looking at it and thinking, nope, no, just no. A B movie, yeah, pretty much, just not happening, guys. Joe's. I wonder when the birthday of the name Yamiks is. I actually have marked that down sometime as well. If I remember correctly, it was September. I'm not sure which September it was particularly, but it was September 2005 when I decided. Well, when I first got my first PC, which I still actually have somewhere here in the room. It has Intel Celeron in it, and it has. Well, it used to have a graphics card in it that I bought later on, but regardless. But yeah, basically it was September of 2005. I remember that particularly because, again, that day I got the PC. I also wanted an email, so, you know, off we go and make my first email. And I figured, okay, I need a name. You know, if I'm going to be going online and all that stuff, I'm going to need a name that I'm going to be using for... you know, interaction and so on and so forth. But I, however, don't want a name that has numbers on it, because that's stupid, you know, or whatnot else. It just needs to be a clean, simple name, and easy to sort of remember and to be unique, you know, not like Penis Hunter or Wolfinator or, you know, especially the fucking wolf. It just, so many people use that particular word or whatnot else. It's just... You'd think it's going out of the style, but whatever. Right, Dutton Wolf?
Yes. Well, that name goes way back.
I know, right? No, yeah. It's fine. The point for me was to make it short and unique name, rather my own thought up name rather than a combination of animal or their genitalia or something, right? So I figured,
I
well,
take it.
okay. Hey?
I take it you never knew CompuServe, so one of the very
Ooh.
first internet providers available to private people and not universities. And with CompuServe, you also got an email address. But your handle at CompuServe was this very, very long number. It was just like a 12-digit telephone number.
Mm. That
And I
sucks.
had one.
Oh, fun times. But yeah, no, but basically, yeah, the origins of the name is also, let's see, is that a German accent? Indeed, or Wolf here is indeed a German resident. So yes, there you go. But yeah, for the name itself, I mean, okay, I talk about having a unique name and all that stuff, but my first thought was, hey, I like Yu-Gi-Oh, and still do, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna choose a name Yami. I like that name. I'm gonna use that. The email provider says, no, it's too short. And I'm thinking, well, shit. Okay, KS at the end, and lo and behold, here we go. And look at that, no one in the internet actually uses that as a handle. Fantastic, I'm gonna be very unique. And indeed, actually no, that was more of a concern when I made my channel, right? When I chose the channel name, especially, that's when I figured, okay, I shouldn't have any numbers on it because it's just looking ugly, right? I shouldn't have any weird names or whatnot else. Something very simple and short. And you know, Yamiks was perfect at the time, and that was my first handle. And lo and behold, that's where we're at. So yeah. Yeah, there you go. That's sort of the origins of the channel. I've told this a few times indeed, but yeah, there was always that consideration of just having a unique name that is not taken by anyone or couldn't be taken by anyone unless they are copying me. In fact, in the fucking Fortnite, there is account name taken, so I had to take TheYamiks instead of my usual Yamiks. So thanks, Fortnite, you fucks. But oh well. Yeah. So there you go. I mean, the thing is, there are plenty of interesting stories behind, you know, the internet handles or just general names that you choose for yourselves, especially for relatively new generation as well. Or usually the most interesting stories come from the old World of Warcraft time when, you know, people started gaming together and so on and so forth. But even before that time, there were plenty of, you know, forum handles and so on and so forth in the speedrun community especially, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's still interesting how we end up choosing our names for ourselves eventually. So yeah, that's nice. Also makes it easier to remember at least a few folks. Because, you know, you'll never forget, like, someone from a while back in my chats, there was a spectacular name called Rotten Pope. I absolutely still remember that guy, and, I mean, how are you supposed to forget that? Right? So, yeah, there you go. There you go. Right, actually, oh yeah, right. Returning to the editing from NAS, and the differences from editing from an Ethernet, you know, SSD environment onto a local hard drive environment. So give me a moment. Hopefully the stream won't cut off again. Right, so chooks. There we go. So this is gonna be the screen, as I said previously. Here you're gonna see the you know, the points, if you will. If there are points after the frame, it means that it's loading something in, right? And the footage that will be shown right now will be from hard drive. So this is the hard drive footage, and you're gonna see buffering basically. As you're going forward, you can see that it's jumping around and so on and so forth. Okay, fine. It's not buffering yet. Okay, it does fine. Now the SSD one. Oh wait, no, this is the... God damn it, I keep forgetting which is from what. Never mind, this is the hard drive, RAID 0. And this is the SSD. You can see that it basically displays the same amount of frames at one point, and then it starts buffering, as you can see here, right? It starts buffering at one point. And trust me, editing from that is not fun. On the other hand, from SSD, it just keeps going, right? I mean, you can sort of zoom in and sort of show it slower, right? So it actually... Wait, no. Okay, those of you that are using Sony Vegas, give me a moment. See this? Fuck this piece of shit. Why is it by default sample or smart resample? Fucking piece of shit. It's garbage. Always turn it off. Fuck Vegas for putting that as a default option. Continuing on. Right. So, yeah, this is the SSD. The picture is also clearer, as you can see. So, but anyways, let me zoom in. So, it's buffering. It's buffering. It's buffering. It's buffering. It's buffering. And that's an SSD. What the hell is going on? Okay, I crashed it. Yep. This is sometimes what happens. It's buffering, right? You can see it's buffering still. So that can happen when you're editing from NAS. That's one thing I've noticed, that sometimes, you know, the connection may not last, or something may be disrupted because I'm editing through Ethernet, right? Yeah.
I think the problem is network file systems have a very hard time with locking areas of the file. So the program wants to tell it, hold on, I now use this file.
Yeah.
And this very specific region of the file, nobody else use it. And I know of no network protocol network file protocol that has really transparent file locking. They all have some caveats.
Yeah. Wait, no, I think there was one that had no literal protocols on it. No, it wasn't SPDIF, or was it? Oh, no, wait, it unborked itself. Okay, never mind. It actually didn't crash. Right, so it just took a hot second there. That's a rare instance, right? Sure, it happens, and it happens more often than you'd like sometimes, but it's still better than trying to chug through... Right, so essentially, this is normal editing speed, right? I'm just trying to scroll through a moment that I want. Okay. And now let's try, with the same zoom, edit from the hard drive. Let's try that and see how good the experience is. Okay? Yep. I love... Yep. I absolutely love... I love those random stutters, right? That's the difference between the hard drive and an SSD editing. The latency is quite a lot lower. Sure, they are not taking a lot of throughput. They don't need a lot of megabytes per second, but the latency is the important thing. It loads in, you know, subsequent frames ahead of time, right? And then when it needs to grab another subsequent frame amount in order to display them, well, it can't, because there's not enough latency to it. It just, you know, it gets a command and then takes a hot second to figure out, oh, you need that. SSD, on the other hand, done. You know, NVMe is even faster than that, but still, Ethernet SSD, you know, RAID and what else is way faster than hard drive RAID editing. So if you need a, you know, an advice from yours truly, if you got resources, don't edit from hard drives. Hard drives are good for storage at this point, but honestly, I fucking hate hard drives now. Like I hate them with passion now. So yeah, it's I don't know. The thing is, with the SSDs also, it's an interesting side note that essentially they are more resilient for the drops and you know, basic vibration, right? They take a lot less space, they are more energy efficient, and of course, latency is a lot higher, and throughput, of course, as well, depending on, of course, the size. So on and so forth, right? There's of course the space limitation that it has. I mean, okay, fine. Linus Tech Tips did showcase that. What was it? 40 or was it 400 terabyte SSD? I don't. Was it? No, I think it was 40 terabyte, right? I think it was 40 terabyte SSD that cost like 40,000, but you know, that one had, relatively speaking, the throughput of a hard drive. But however, latency, I bet it was a lot lower. Still, yeah, the price is a lot higher, but it's just, there's just so much more security, I think. The funny thing is, yeah, you can say that, okay, SSDs can, you know, just and go, right? But honestly, okay, fine, you can say that hard drives can be physically, you know, fixed, or at least it kind of gracefully fails. You know, it fails slowly and it shows signs of failure. However, not hard drives, but SSDs, I mean, they have built-in security features, right? Or at least warning signs that would also help you. The first generations definitely had the issues, no problem. But I mean, these days, unless you're buying some third-party cheapo SSD, I don't think that you should experience just an immediate gone of data. Of course, if you have that happen to you, let me know, because, hey, you never know, right? But thus far, you know, when you look at your hard drive life or remaining life, you can easily tell at least at what point the hard drive is. Let me show you what I mean by that. Where is my... There we go. Chooks. Ah, damn it. Give me a moment. Resize. Transform. Fit to screen. There we go. And chooks. There you go. See, drive failure. No, yeah, sure. The hard drives also have warning signs that they might fail and what else, but there's unique vibration in your voice, TheYamiks. Ah, well, I appreciate it if it's a good thing. If it's not, well, I can understand. Anyways, the SSD. So this is the remaining life. Essentially, that showcases how many of the cells within the hard drive are already gone and how many are still working. Obviously, you shouldn't keep your SSDs full. That reduces the remaining life a lot faster than anything else because it basically doesn't get to utilize those cells more and blah, 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 blah. Basically, the point you get is that data shuffling happens on SSDs, and yeah, SSDs have a lot less shelf span or capability of, you know, retaining the life of the data. However, on the other hand, it at least shows you how much of it is, and a reading from SSDs, I think, doesn't let me know, but I think reading from SSDs doesn't decrease the remaining life. It was only the writing when you're changing the cells.
Reading doesn't affect it.
Yeah, so the way I use my SSDs, which is literally archival footage that I usually just, you know, put on the SSD and then only read from it. Sometimes maybe delete something, but, you know, I haven't come to that point, but, you know.
With modern multi-level SSDs, there's also the case that they need to be powered on for at least a couple of hours every few weeks or months, because they are in the background, the controller is constantly scrubbing the storage media and looking for failing bits and shuffling them around. Because in multi-level SSDs, each cell is not holding a 0 or a 1, but it's a multi-level. So, like if you have a 3-level SSD, it can hold
3 bits
2 bits.
per. Was it 2 bits or 3 bits? I think it was
Uh,
TLC.
yeah, something like that. And of course, the electrons that are trapped inside these cells, they have the tendency to
Escape.
tunnel out, to escape, yes.
Yeah.
And this slowly changes the value, and hence the SSDs need to be constantly scrubbed. And of course, these scrubbings also count as a writing. So when the controller senses that a cell is degrading, it has to rewrite it at a different place. And this, of course, is considered a write operation.
Of course.
But
Of course.
that's happening at a very slow pace.
Hard
So
drive,
speaking
on
of
the other hand,
storage,
doesn't need that, yeah.
yeah, but hard drives also have interesting modes of failure. So I have one hard drive here, which I explicitly marked. This hard drive has dementia. I can write data to it, and I can watch the bits flip. So
Oh
the platter,
no,
the
that's
platters
bad.
are damaged. So back in the day, like 10 years ago, I did a re-rendering of the first Blender Open Movie in stereoscopic rendering. I modified Blender for that. And while doing that, parts of my rendering queue failed. And I didn't understand why. Until I looked into this drive and saw that the headers of my images were corrupted and the images had artifacts. So this drive was bad, and then I analyzed it, and it has something like a failure rate of about 1 kilobyte per minute. That's degrading, which is really a lot. And first I was thinking, okay, I will return this drive. It's an RMA case. But then I thought, no, maybe this drive is not too bad to have to test out data resilience algorithms and error correction. So I have it still in my basement for testing programs that need to be able to cope with degrading data.
Huh.
And for that, it's kind of
Neat.
useful.
That's
And the other thing
neat.
is, when we're speaking about high bandwidth requirements, we have in our research group this OCT scanning system, and this produces 6 gigabytes per second. And we would like to write this out in a continuous stream. The problem is all the PCI Express slots in the computer are already occupied, so we can only use the M2 slots and the SATA ports.
You have a few more slots you can use, Dutton. You know what I'm talking about, of course. RAM disk. RAM disk all the way.
Yeah, well, the thing is, right now actually the system has 1 terabyte of RAM.
Neat.
So we are using the RAM as a cache or an intermediary buffer.
That's how it usually does. So
yeah, and then we have to write it out. So essentially, we are recording a minute or so of data, and then we get to stare at the progress bar for 10 minutes. Hello?
Right. Oh, I got a question from Cyberdummy. Right. So, how do you display the performance page that you showed on hardware info? Right. So, those that don't know, let's see. Let me just show. There we go. I'm using hardware info for basically my stuff, right? And it's the sensor date. It's the sensor status, basically. It's the it's all the sensor, non-sensor, what else that is in my computer, right? It basically takes out all the stuff. And let's see, how was it? Whenever you're starting hardware info, right? You basically start the hardware info, blah blah blah, and it mine automatically opens the sensor data, right? But usually when you start a hardware info, it offers you to either open the sensor only, or there was another page. I think I don't remember what it was, but yeah, basically I set it up as automatically open just this, and if I need more, then settings and blah 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 blah. And of course you can customize this whole page as well. You can make sure that it doesn't display the fucking voltages and all that stuff if you want to, or blah blah blah. But since I usually just simply sort of scroll through these things, oftentimes it's whatever. So yeah, there you go. The Threadripper, yes, fun times. But yeah, there you go. That's basically that. I mean, play around with it. It's a nice tool. It definitely has most display. Also, I don't know about you, but this looks like kind of a fun number right here, folks. That's my graphics card. That's my GPU fan number 2, the one that I can't control through anything but the BIOS, VBIOS. I mean, so I think my graphics card is kind of about to take off. Those that can't see the RPM, it's written as 20 million RPM as maximum. Yeah, I think my graphics card is kind of suffering from some loose contacts or something. So yeah, it constantly goes high, low, high, low, high, low, and it frustrates the fuck out of me. But at this point, I don't want to bring it to RMA or bring it to warranty service, because it's my only graphics card that I use for this PC. I mean, I have another one, but it's kind of shit. So I much rather keep it for a while, and if need be, fuck it, I'll at the end of its life or near its end of life or what else, I'll bring it to RMA. So yeah, I mean, it's not overheating. It's all good. That one fan that is doing its work instead of the two that are constantly ramping up and down. I mean, every single one of them is doing something. One of them is probably doing something, but taking off and flying to space. Yeah, it definitely can move with that amount of RPM in space. But who knows? Maybe it's exceeding the spatial matter of non-vacuum or vacuum, whatever. For some reason, it will be able to. There we go. Yeah, my graphics card is so fucking powerful that RPM is just gonna make me take off. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Oh, fucking graphics card, man. Yeah, it's fun. That's all I could say. It's fun. Whew. Icarus card just wants to fly into the sun. Oh no. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah. Let's see. For a fact, you can use your 3080, 3090 as a RAM disk. No, not RAM disk, but VRAM disk. Video RAM, because it's slightly different than the normal RAM. So, but yeah, I know. There was somebody who managed to run, was it Crysis 3? Crysis 3 from its graphics memory.
Honestly, I don't see the point of doing it other to show, yeah, you can put it in there. Because for all the resources, system decided, oh, there's data on the graphics card and we need it for program execution, just make a shadow copy in RAM.
Okay. Yeah, looks like YouTube just does not want to properly stream this stuff. What the fuck? God damn it, YouTube. Why can't you make a proper fucking streaming service, you fucking cunts? Well, whatever. I guess today is not the proper day to stream or some... I don't fucking know anymore. Well, in any case... Well, it's Nginx most... Or rather, the Nginx that it doesn't like to work with. But even so! Come on, YouTube, you fucking cunts. I don't want to use the fucking YouTube events. It sucks. Well, this is what it is. Anyways. Let's see, now I only have 1080 option. What the fuck? I don't know, Cyberdammy. If again, you need to play around with the hardware info. It's a really useful tool, but it's not the easiest one to set up for sure. So, I mean, it is what it is, basically. So, there you go. Okay, let's see.
How many light years do you still have to go?
Oh god, a few. Give me a moment. I'm streaming on Twitch too. Yes, indeed. Yeah, you can check out the just write my name in Twitch. You shall be able to see and find me. Right, there we go. Right. So, how far am I? So, there are 50 more jumps. I've been, man, quite slow today. I should have been able to be done by then. But anyways, right. So, let's see if I can calculate my route to the desired system. So, let's see. I'm technically close enough that it should be able to route around places if need be. But, alright. So, yeah. Nope, it failed. So, it... Oh, god damn it, it's gonna need the fucking boosts. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so where is the closest point that I can go to? That would be filled with at least decent amount of stars. Oh, damn it. Yeah. Okay, can I... Well, fuck me, there aren't that many stars around. Oh, right, I don't even have fucking Jumponium. Fuck. What's the intended destination? Right, so the destination I'm going for is a place that has something very unique to look at. A Targoid-like space anomaly thing. I'll show it in just a bit. It just needs to calculate the route. Come on! Come on. Nope. It doesn't want to. Okay, so what's the closest I can get to? Come on. There has to be at least something. Okay, there are a few more stars around. Let's say I want to go to this star. Can I route to it? 50 jumps, that's all. I still have 244. Well, it's to that point. Not this point or that point. Because that'll take a few more jumps. On a proper calculation. Please. God damn it. It almost managed it. Let's say I want to go here. Come on. I know you can. Come on, game. Calculate this garbage to me. Or for me. Ugh. And... Bless? Okay, it did it. Alright. I mean, now it'll work. Yoink. Delete. Delete. Good. Alright then. So that extends my jump amount to 48 again. Huh. So it's not really further. Okay. Well, sucks. Alright, well, anyways, as I'm heading out to that fucking place... Oh, right, what I'm going for. Right. Showing. I'm going for the gyre trees. I'm going for... It technically is written as stolen pods, but no. You want to see what is a true stolen pod? Give me a moment. I think stolen pods were here. Nope. Here? God damn it, where is this fucking stolen pods? Are you fucking kidding me? There we go, that's the stolen pod. That is a stolen pod. This right here I'm going for is a gyre tree. Because that's a gyre, and that comes from this tree. Okay? That looks like a fucking Targoid. I shit you not. I really want to see it. But to get there, at least to that one location that isn't known, hoo boy, is it fun? Is it fun to get there? But yeah, there you go. TheYamiks, are we there yet? TheYamiks, hey, don't make me turn this ship around. No. I'm not gonna be turning the ship around. I'm gonna be self-destructing. Because I ain't fucking flying back. Trust me. Just no. Absolutely no. Just gonna be destroying myself and getting as close to the bubble as possible. Because that is gonna be quite a while. Because here's the thing. In order to get to this place where I am at, right? I had to not go in a straight line. Well, kinda. I went, let's see, I started from the bubble somewhere here. I went here, something like that. Or I went somewhere here, then went here, there. So it's not exactly straight away because there's a big gap of basically very distant stars apart. And you can't jump to them because you don't have the jump range, even with a fully decked out Anaconda, right? So that sucks. So you need to go around and that takes extra light years and blah, 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 blah. Fucking navigation, you know, outside of the, well, the main portion of the galaxy is fucking nightmare. But to see something unique, indeed, it's worth it. Let's see. Codenban. Let's see. I didn't find this while searching last night. Is it dangerous to infuse your FSD with materials? You get extra jump range, but did that damage it? Dalton, maybe you know this thing, but
No, it's safe.
Oh, it's
FSD
safe. Okay.
injections are safe.
Okay,
It's only neutron jumps that take 1% of health of your FSD. But normally, if you go out exploring, you bring an AFMU and can patch up everything, so no worries there. And if you bring a repair limpet, then you can stay out indefinitely.
No, actually, no. Well, kind of yes, but
if the power plant takes damage,
exactly.
Yes, that's...
Power plant is literally the only thing you cannot repair without landing on a planet or a station or, well, you know, in a place that actually repairs stuff. Because, oh boy, if you cannot repair your own fucking ship fully with your repair limpets and can't run on fucking batteries in that, you know, time or something. Logics is all I am gonna say. And Zim is going to boop the gyre tree. Oh yes. Yes. Definitely. Boiled pigeon. Oh Jesus Christ, that okay. Why not the neutron highway map It got me easily over the gap when I did the Formidine Rift trip. Okay, fine. Formidine Rift is a piece of shit place that basically has nothing interesting in it. Well, relatively speaking. Problem is, I'm not going to Formidine Rift. I'm going to the Kepler's, what was it? Kepler's Crest. This place. And there are no neutrons, really. Oh, okay. Hold on. No. I'm wrong. There are a few. But there are far and few between. Let me just start class. Let's reduce that. Non-sequential, white dwarfs. Let's see. Are there any neutrons? Oh, look at that. There is one. That's it. There's one. There's one. Quite literally. That's, I mean, yeah. Yep. I'm not seeing any names pop up. So that basically means, oh, wait, no. I think there was one more.
Could also be black holes. Remember that.
Oh, yeah, that too. They could be black holes too, since they are non-sequence stars. So, oh, there we go. There's another one. Yeah, that's a neutron star. Yes, there was another one down below here. Yeah, there's another one. Here we go. What a neutron highway this is. Oh, but yeah, this is the edge of the galaxy. I mean, it's to be expected, frankly speaking. Oh, not only that, actually. Not only that, but it's also on the... Oh, wait, no, it's not on the x-axis. Wait, no, not the x-axis, but the y-axis. Or was it? No. X. Z. Then y is up and down. Right, yeah. So it's not on the z axis. I mean, yeah. It's not on the z axis from the Sol. If you didn't know, there's distinct lack of neutron stars around z-axis, y-axis, and x-axis from the bubble. I still to this day don't really know why developers did that, but apparently that's a thing. In fact, there are... oh! If any of you know what I'm talking about, there is a online image that showcases that. Post it in my Discord's pictures if you want. I could show that off. But it's a really interesting thing about sort of Elite's universe, which is weird. But there you go. So, there you go.
Well, that happens if you do the comparison or the test, the if statement to create neutrons or not, based on the single most largest element of the vector, not on the length of the vector. The length of the vector would be square each element, add them together, take the square root. And what they did was just if any of the elements of the vector... Ever.
No, it doesn't even need square roots or anything. It needs... It doesn't need...
Right. The square root is not necessary. You can just do the calculation on the...
It doesn't need or statement. It needs and statement, you dumb fucks.
Yeah, if you do it with and statement, then it would be a cube.
Right? Technically, right now instead of a cube, we have a fucking cross. Or three-dimensional cross. The link was... yeah, the thing is, I don't allow any links in the YouTube or Twitch sites for, obvious reasons. So if you got stuff you want to post and so on and so forth, join the Discords and post it there. I always check out. God, okay, you know what? I want to find that stupid picture because it's ridiculous. Give me a moment. Let's see. There had to be a good picture of it. Come on, where is it? Actually, here's a good picture of what I was talking about previously, but that's not exactly what I was talking about. God damn it. Oh, what is it?
Just sent you the link.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. This is so stupid. Why? Right, give me a moment. Pictures, pictures, pictures. Jokes. Jokes. So first things first, what I am doing essentially is, let's see, I was crossing this part, right? So this is the Kepler's crest, right? And you can see there is that sort of empty gap of stars, right? And there we go. We got sort of cross it here. I mean, if you have enough jump range, you can cross it here, which I don't think I did. No, I did cross it here. Yeah, I did cross it here, and I'm basically going for somewhere around here. Laid. Actually, you know what? Let's see. Where's the laid? Lied. I mean, bleed. Yes. Hold on. Give me a moment. Okay. Let's. Where is that exactly? Right. Lieds. KX. Jesus, my memory is. Okay. Lieds. A27. I think it was. Oh, god damn it, I didn't write it correctly. Come on. KXR. KXR. Oh, it's C. Of course it's fucking C. God damn it. There we go. There we go. Piece of shit. Alright. So that is... Oh my god, it's the same fucking place. Alright, let's see if I can actually plot a route there. If I can, it'd be great. But I highly doubt I will be. Alright, no? Oh, you fucking son of a bitch! So yeah, you can see there are... loopholes you need to do. Like literally. Fucking annoying nonsense. Also, you can see the exclusion zone. Right here. That's a permit locked system... well, region, if you will. Quality. But the thing that Dalton was talking about was this. This is neutron stars. This is what developers did with Galaxy. They took an if statement. Instead of using and statement, they used or statement. If neutron star is within X region of the bubble, the center there is the bubble, right? So yeah, you remove all the neutrons. If it's on y-axis and z-axis, you remove the neutron stars. So you won't find many, if any, neutron stars in the x, y, and z axes near the bubble. That's some genius level of editing for some weird reason. I still to this day really don't understand why it's there. But ladies and gentlemen, here it is. These are neutron stars. I don't know why they did it. I don't know who decided not to, check the fucking coding properly, but... Fucking Jesus, come on! So there you go. That's basically the situation with the galaxy. And that's why you don't find a lot of neutron stars near. Basically the bubble and whatnot else. So, okay, so it looks like I might need to go... Hold on. Patch fix. Nope. I'm not sure if it's still intentional, but it shouldn't be intentional. I don't know a single reason why it should be an intentional thing. Right?
Last thing I heard, but I haven't first source confirmation, but last thing I heard is that it was unintentional, but if they were to fix it now, it would regenerate the whole galaxy and all the stars will shuffle around, and they decided to keep it in so that people keep their discoveries.
Honestly, that to me more sounds like an excuse than anything else, because I don't know about you, but I too know if and statements. Or if
Yeah,
else, still, I mean, that's all you
I,
fucking sometimes need to do. I mean,
I'm
it's
pretty
more than
sure
that, but
there is a
still.
way to repopulate the neutron stars without regenerating the galaxy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It just shows that, oh no, we just simply don't want to invest time in our fucking sandbox that we made for sandbox purposes. Goddamn piece of shit. But yeah, fun times. You learned something today, ladies and gentlemen. If you are an explorer, remember not to travel in the same axes as the fucking bubble. Genius. Oh, kill me. Oh. Oh no. Fucking hell. Well, that is what it is. No Man's Sky could use Neutron Highway. No Man's Sky doesn't need that, frankly speaking. No Man's Sky already has a very simplistic traveling system that, you know, it's mostly wasting your time than anything else. Um, most systems have everything that you need in them. There are unique systems, true, with unique, you know, celestial objects and all that stuff. But generally speaking, most systems in No Man's Sky are basically everything you need. So yeah. Other than that, it's basically just yeah, it's mostly just to sort of kind of waste your time in order to portray the travel to the center of the galaxy more spectacular than it actually is, or travel to Atlas stations more spectacular than it is. I mean, you know, in a way it does work, but it doesn't really give you much. In Elite, actually you feel the weight of it because the galaxy is actually fucking generated in the same way, it's persistent and so on and so forth. Thus, traveling in Elite is a lot more interesting deal and a bigger deal. No Man's Sky is just inconvenience.
So for one question I saw in chat for a cyber dummy, surely they could rebuild only the neutrons. The thing is, there is not really a huge database of stars stored anywhere. It's procedural generation, so the galaxy map and the location of the stars is calculated in situ. So it's not looking up in a large file where the
Yeah, it
stars
doesn't
are.
store the stuff. It's literally taking a seed from a system, and I think they only store seeds. And the thing is, when a player jumps into a system that hasn't been, you know, touched by a player, it generates a seed from that, or rather stores a seed from it, and only then recalls it. But yeah, if you're first to that system, then yeah, it literally just generates a seed there. Otherwise, it doesn't bother. You know, it lists it as a point in place. I think it doesn't generate the seed, or oh god, okay, we need Dove here. Dove from developer side, from you know, the coder guy. He probably could answer that question a bit more obviously than yours truly, but I think yeah, that only when you're jumping in, they for the first time generate the stuff, and then store the necessary, you know, seed values onto the server. I'm not sure. Again, need to ask the developers, but not that developers would actually answer my fucking questions anymore. Haha! Fuck me. We need Guardian Stargates. Yes, please!
Oh, that would be amazing.
Oh, it'd be great. I mean, it would be a spectacular, right? It'd be just like for the first time seeing the capital ships jumping in. I mean, these days I mean, you can see it everywhere with the fucking fleet carriers, and it's become less special. But the fucking Stargate? Oh, yes. Please. Be so great. Yeah, because you have an aneurysm. Oh, no. You haven't heard me talk about fucking squadrons yet. That's when I'm truly getting fucking aneurysm for sure. So, yeah. There you go. Wormholes. Well, that's the same point. Stargates basically are, you know, wormholes. I mean, you should watch SG1 at least. It's great. It's like really good. So yeah.
The fun thing about SG1 was they had this starting lore of Stargate, the Roland Emmerich film. And for that movie, they didn't really think about the science behind it. And SG1 started off with a very fragile footing. And then they got actual astrophysicists in, and they were working hard and trying as much as possible to give the whole thing a solid footing. And it even went as far that in some episodes we actually have equations of general relativity and wormholes scribbled on some blackboards and with all the more exotic stuff. So that's really great. I really love SG1. It's one of my favorite TV shows.
It is my favorite all-time sci-fi TV show for sure. So yeah, I mean, a solid second place is Star Trek Original, right? But yeah, definitely. So yeah, I mean, generally speaking, it didn't really involve that much, amazing maths and whatnot else. But it still tried to stay as grounded, if you will, and had rules set up, which actually they obeyed. Sort of like having a hard magic in a fantasy
the internal
setting.
consistency. Yeah, the internal consistency of that show is really amazing. Also, they are reusing concepts like wormholes going to stellar flares to create time loops and time travel, and using that a few seasons later. That was really great writing.
Yeah. Well, there are some pretty bad things about the show as well, but I mean, it's more of an adventure show rather than anything else, and it worked so wonderfully about it too. Yeah, actually, indeed, and last couple of let's see, a couple of months ago, I think I rewatched the whole SG1, including Atlantis as well, and finally managed to stomach somehow. I don't know how, but Universe as well, and so I finished it. However, I still need to rewatch, or rather, not rewatch, but for the first time, watch the Stargate Origins, the prequel of everything. So, well, one of these days, probably. It didn't look that interesting, so I was like, meh. So, yeah. There we go. Pāris savēji ar čatā. Nu, ko savējie saka, vai neko. Savējie tik piež un dirši, jā. Bezdē, ka nemetās. And, yeah. Anyways. Alright, let's see. Stargate Atlantis. The thing is, Stargate Atlantis had its good parts and some bad parts. Obviously, the good parts that I liked was basically everything that had to do with Ronan. I just liked the character so much. Shepard, I pretty much hated for most part. Rodney, that actor he's so passionate about acting and of course being the character that it truly showed. So it was wonderful to have him, of course, and I don't know. Most other. Oh wait, no. There were a few other characters that were pretty decent ones, but generally speaking, the plot lines most of the time were pretty boring. Jedi were boring. I fucking hate Jedi, frankly speaking, but yeah. There were some goods, some bad, you know. Oh well. Oh yeah, right. Actually, an interesting thing about SG1 was also that the actors eventually got to at least direct and actually write their at least a few episodes of their own, right? Had
Hmm.
which was interesting because for Tilk actually, um, ah, what is the actor's name?
Christopher Judge.
What?
Christopher Judge.
Christopher Judge. Yes, he actually made his Tilk episodes relatively nice. Expanding the character into an actual living, breathing character that with emotions more than just indeed. So that gave actually yeah that was passion sort of flowing through. The difference between SG1 and Atlantis, however, was that basically no actor really did their own episodes. I mean, most of the time, yeah, they really had. I don't think they had the time or well, also budget to really delve into it, but still, kind of shows. Though, however, I would be kind of interested to see what Jason Momoa would have made as an episode for himself, or rather directed as, because he's a decent actor. He's really cool looking, but methinks he's not much of a writer type. But I still like him. So yeah, still, but yeah. No, the Shepard in comparison to O'Neill was, yeah, as the characters. I mean, Shepard tried in a way, kind of right. Tried kind of go for O'Neill's approach, but yeah, eventually they kind of gave up on writing him as O'Neill because obviously the actor couldn't really do the same things as uh, 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 Dean Anderson, right? And then, oh well. So yeah, they had to make him a little bit different, and that's a good thing, frankly speaking, because I definitely don't want another O'Neill lookalike or whatnot else. That's the thing. The difference between the captains or the main sort of characters you think when each show comes on, let's say it's Star Trek, right? Kirk versus Picard. They are so different in a way, and frankly speaking, I at first I was like, yeah, Picard is better, but then after watching a couple of things and then seeing how the next generation essentially got fucked in the ass by horrible movies, yeah, Kirk kind of was more consistent. Let's go with the word consistent. Jans, kad būs vlogs. There's why. I usually, right, so to answer the question about vlogs, right? Also to answer it in English, because, let's be frank, most of you fuckers watching don't really understand Latvian. And I don't blame you, of course. But yeah, basically, vlogs not my thing. Obviously, the channel is made more about entertainment and making fun videos about different types of games, topics, or whatnot else. Mostly about niche games these days, but from time to time I do indulge into a bit more wider topics or wider games, different games. So yeah, I mean, Latvian video games was probably the game that video that you watched and enjoyed. I do want to make another one like that, and I would love to be able to make videos like those, because frankly speaking, yes, they take a lot of time, but goddamn, are they fun to do, right? So, yeah. However, once you are in the niche, it's kind of hard to get out in a way. Though getting into a niche, it's also kind of safe and comfortable, because you most of the time know what to do, rather than when you're going with a variety content, you're constantly thinking, well, what's going to be the next thing that's going to top the previous piece of work that I did or whatnot else. So yeah. To answer the question, are there any other Latvians in the chats? That's a good question. Usually they pop in and then pop out. Still nice to see you, but well, what can I say? There are some... actually, now that I think of it, there should be, well, plenty of Americans. Probably a couple of Europeans and what else, you know? All kinds of Europeans. I don't think... Oh, wait, no. LootTTK was somewhere around. So we have a Lithuanian somewhere around. I don't think we have any Estonians. Do we? Well, we have Germans here, definitely. So, well, in any case, wherever you live, wherever you do, greetings! It's so wonderful that internet brings us all together in such a unique way where we can discuss and talk and whatnot else about ideas and whatnot else with people from so far away. In just mere seconds, indeed. Yeah. Honestly, it's really awesome. And I now sound like an old man. Hey, back in my day, the internet's barely worked. Well, probably some of you would say that, oh, back in my days I didn't even have internet. But oh well. Hey, we got Finland, we got we got Netherlands, let's see, Germany, of course, England, the dumpster fire that is England. Well, yeah, kinda. So yeah. Hungary, hey. America, of course, we got from the Twitch. Actually, looks like the Twitch is dominated by America. Oh, no. Or, oh, yeah, I don't know. Oh, we got Canada. Nice. South Africa. Actually, a couple of South Africans. Hey. New Zealand also. Okay, Slovenia. Sweden. From all over the place. Another Canadian. Nice. Let's see. I haven't connected with European yet in Elite. Is the connection to be expected to be peer-to-peer? Yes. Elite Dangerous, as it happens, works on the peer-to-peer idea, or not standard, essentially. So that basically means both sides have to connect to each other, sort of, or, well, through Frontier's servers to sort of connect to each other, and then oh yeah, the Frontier servers basically only stand there like a retarded chimp attempting to connect two pieces of wire together. That's basically what happens whenever you're trying to play open most of the time. And yeah, I sometimes do get pretty bad connection with Australians, especially when I'm trying to film something specific, right? There is a clear difference between the precision movement. Well, precision movement in Elite Dangerous is basically oxymoron, I think it was. But regardless, I mean, as precise as possible, right? You can often see that at least the Australian connections, you know, they tend to lag behind and also tend to drift a lot. Which is the weirdest thing, but they then tend to do that. At least I've noticed in the past. So, yeah, peer-to-peer is not the best one, but however, that, you know, there are positives for which developers chose to use it, at least back in the day. And today it's too late for essentially having peer-to-peer removed or changed. Oh well. But yeah, generally speaking, we can... I mean, thus far I don't know what is the absolute limit for one instance for max players, but we definitely have gotten 40 plus players in one instance. At least I organized one event back in the day to try and bring every ship in one instance, and I did it, or rather we did it, or you did it, if you remember, and we had 40 plus ships. That is every ship in the game, that's 38. Plus a few duplicates, so that's, you know, 40 plus. So yeah, it is what it is, but there you go. Yeah, it was an interesting event, and of course the frame rate was just dropping like a hot potato, or landmine, or mortar. Yeah, mortar shell. There we go. Or how about a anti-mask wearing Karen howitzer? There we go. There you go. Oh Jesus. Oh yeah, that's there you go. That's the joke of the day. But eh, what can you do? I mean, it's not as quite as bad as Star Citizen for sure. It's still a bit more stable than it, but I mean, who knows how long that's gonna last. Though I don't actually, now that I think of it, No Man's Sky, yeah, No Man's Sky also had a peer-to-peer, so really there's, well, aside from Star Citizen, which is, yeah, Star Citizen, which has the server-based system, well, yeah. Still not great. Not a single space game actually has a good connection to, or connectivity in general. So that kind of sucks. Sebleg Barge, I guess. Good evening, everyone. Okay, well, you take care indeed. I'll be jumping and jumping and jumping for a little while then. Oh boy, fun times for me. Okie dokie. Alrighty then. Just got here. Are we talking about, or what are we talking about? Well, mostly random stuff that enters my brain or ears and then brain, or eyes and then brain, or brain and then brain. I don't know.
It's not really like we have a specific topic at hand here. I mean, Yamiks is traveling to a far reach region of the galaxy, and I'm keeping him company.
Yep, and I'm longing for death ever so slightly, or a lot. So,
Yeah. I completely understand your situation. I mean, okay, I'm back to the bubble for a few weeks now, but I spent something like 6 months out in the black, and I wasn't alone. I had friends with me, and that was getting a little bit repetitive and annoying.
exploring, repetitive and annoying. No way. Couldn't be. Oh boy. Yeah, that's, well, that is what it is. As Dig That would say. It is what it is. You know, need more quest then. Okay, yeah, I have 2 bottles in the fridge to sell, well, soon to celebrate the channel's anniversary, you know. In, let's see, in 3 days there will be an anniversary, so expect that. But, yeah. But that's for when it happens, you know. Also, why the fucking I'm honking? I mean, I'm not gonna turn in the data at all. Don't really need it.
Muscle memory.
Yeah, I suppose. Though I do wonder, are there any fleet carriers around? That's a good question. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Inra. I think Inra had all the, or at least most of the fleet carrier location listed somewhere. Inra. Let's see. Can I find any markets? Wait, no. Is there a way to find fleet carriers easily?
Well, you can show them in the galaxy map.
Okay, yeah, that actually is a pretty decent idea. Yeah, true. Okay, I don't need third-party tools. Surprisingly, however, it doesn't give me an easy list from closest to furthest. But regardless, okay, let's see. Map, carriers, none. Okay, let's see. Do we have any carriers nearby? Let's see. So I'm going basically here, right? So let's. There is one. Yes, there actually is somebody who's at my destination. Oh baby, okay, I'm gonna be able to turn in the fucking data. Although, oh
If
no.
you look there, If you dock, you can't return by self-destruction.
Yeah, okay, Okay, I don't care about the data. Fuck it. I just need to find and film stuff, so fuck it. Damn it. Oh well, fuck it. I play Elite Dangerous without third-party tools because I'm a masochist who likes self-harm. That's literally... Honestly, that's a pretty good title you could put on yourself. No problem. That's completely accurate, I'd say. Yeah. Fucking hell. Oh well. Ask for a ride back. Nah. I mean, it's easier for me to self-destruct than, you know, ask somebody to spend quite literally days to get back to baby this stupid fleet carrier, right? I don't want to inconvenience anyone. Oh, I've got a question, right? So I'm currently between Seoul and Colonia in my carrier. I've got a friend who is in my carrier. If I lose my carrier, will he be left in the void? No. So basically, when the carrier gets decommissioned, all the things that are stored on your fleet carrier, that includes ships by other players and yourself, and of course your account as well if you're there, and any other player, if I remember correctly, you are sent to the closest starport. Or was it the starport that the fleet carrier is sold at? The closest place that sells fleet carrier. I don't remember exactly how it worked, but it was basically the closest starport? Or was it the closest starport that sells those things, or that you can sell to? I think that was the case. But anyways, so what are the odds currently that Odyssey might not be entirely garbage? I mean, they're realistically speaking, I mean, yeah, there won't be the interior walking, right? And I'm not one of those fucking assholes who's gonna say, yet. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll get it later. They didn't say that they're never gonna put it in. Oh, get real. When was the last time we actually got an addition to the fucking gameplay feature after its release? Engineering was remade because it was horrible, right? And even to this day, it's still horrible because of material grinding. That's a different topic that I made a fucking video about, okay? But did we get extra functionality to multi-crew? No. Did we get extra functionality to power play? No. Did we get extra functionality to the fucking squadrons? No. Passenger missions? No. What? Right? That's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. We don't have extra, even fucking more SRVs. We don't even have that much. Right? So, there you go. That's your answer. Will we get spaceship interiors? No. Probably. I'm leaning towards it. If, however, they decide to put it in, all the better. Fine. I was wrong, and that's perfect. But let's be frank, the great and powerful TheYamiks is never wrong, my friends. I know all, and I have all knowledge. Yeah. There you go. Again, sure, yeah, we'll see, but highly doubt it. Regardless. As for the actual goodness or badness of the Odyssey, the thing is, even to this day, we still lack the actual fucking information to make any sort of educated guess. Even a fucking guess. Right? Even the people who are in the favoritism club for, you know, Frontier, right? The people who get the early access to the content or whatnot else, even they don't know, right? That's how closed off Frontier is about the whole Odyssey thing. So, yeah, it's way too early to judge, really, in my opinion. There are things that I'm gonna say are bad, like, you know, it's confirmed that we are not gonna get the fucking spaceship interiors, and that's stupid. The Galnet thing is absolutely good. and the safe zones. I mean, the social hubs, right? The starport interiors. I mean, it's okay. That's all I'm gonna say. It's slightly, ever so slightly above okay, but that's all I'm gonna say, right? And the funny thing is, people under that video about the spaceship interiors said that I was being negative and whatnot else, and I'm just rewatching the video and thinking, well, I wasn't negative. What? I mean, I don't particularly care for that stuff, sure, and I do raise more questions about it, you know, like what are they not showing us? Because last time, the thing that they didn't show turned out to be true, you know, the spaceship interiors. I mean, if it was there, they would show it, right? And that would be the primary thing that they would show, but it wasn't there. So about this, you know, starport interiors, yeah, it looks okay-ish, you know, kind of positive-ish. But my big question is, because they didn't really show much of the interior actual gameplay, like walking inside of it from the first person, it feels like it might be something bad in there, or something's not finished there, or something, right? But it's all guesses. It's all guesses, really. So, yeah. I mean, I did joke about this and say that, well, they're not showing the first-person gameplay, you know, walking in the spaceship starport interiors. So what if? What if instead of walking inside, you get a point-and-click adventure? What if you get a point-and-click adventure inside the starports? Imagine. I mean, it's a joke, clearly. But I kind of don't want to be even jokingly right. Imagine if I was right about it. Oh my god. That would be really bad.
Well, considering Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that might be right there. Oh Jesus. Of course we're joking, but what if? There's always what if. But okay. Gina, let's see. Dang, where am I? I was watching reviews on Steam Mops. This is awesome. What? Okay, well, hey, feel free to join. Yes, of course. Hello. And Chase. Let's see. Hello, TheYamiks. I have been playing this game for on and off with only the base game. I have yet to buy the expansion. Well, guess what? Starting from 27th October, you will have Horizons added to your base game, and you'll be able to join us without buying it. So don't buy Horizons. It's gonna be free for everyone, so just wait. So yeah, it's gonna be a good thing. So
unless you're a fashion whore and want the paint jobs.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you want to support developers, I mean, I guess you can go for it. Sure. But I would personally not recommend it because the skins are... Well, I mean, okay, they are free skin, quote-unquote free skins, but it's still part of the microtransaction market that they have. And I hate microtransactions. I don't think that we should have paid skins in Elite Dangerous, because what the fuck did we pay the goddamn base price for the game? Right? And there are other fucking reasons as well, like whale hunting and free to play game, you know, markets nonsense things that they are putting on. On top of that, we have the monopoly money that is obscuring the actual value of everything. You know, the ARX points. So, yeah. All I am saying is, you know, be patient. I'm not saying not to support developers, but support developers only when they're doing good things. And if they're doing good things with the Odyssey, yes, I'll say that it's worth buying. I'm certainly going to say that buying skins is not worth it, but, you know, I'm not telling you what not to do or what to do. Instead, hey, if you want to support the channel that I'm, you know, running, you know, making content and whatnot else, there is a Patreon link down below that you can support instead. I deliver free content left and right. Every week, at least one video or more. Always with some interesting things to say. Shilling for myself. Actually, speaking of that, there is also, if you want merch, you know, t-shirts and what those are also down below. There's a link for that. Or Streamlabs if you want, you know, tips, and if you enjoy doing that. I mean, for 9 years going strong. Well, yeah, that too. But oh well. HK, right? So, yeah, what system do you suggest to actually pay for on going online game services? Right. So, games as service, I find disgusting. The problem is, I mean, sure, in a way you can make it good-ish, question mark, I guess, or at least decent. But even to this day, the thing is, games as service essentially are taking the idea that the game that you have bought does not belong to you. And frankly speaking, I never liked that idea. You know, you make a product, not a service, right? I think of games as a product. And, you know, it's a complete thing, or at least as complete as it could be, and it's sold for appropriate price, or, well, you know, price basically, and you know, you have your customers that buy it for that. You know, that's a fair exchange. Games as service, essentially, the problem with games as service is often that all the games as service bank on making sure that you continue playing the game, and in order to make you continue playing the game, they introduce grind, excessive timers or waiting timers and what else, and basically try to eke out as much retention out of you rather than producing actual good gameplay. And that's the issue with games as service. Yes, it can be made, but the problem is that everyone that uses or tries to make games as service basically does it like everyone else does and tries to make sure that their community is as retained as possible, despite making, you know, horrible gameplay or basically very boring gameplay that you literally have to sift through for hours on end. And most of the time people forget about the horrible things because that's how our brains work. You know, often after, you know, accomplishing something horrible or big ordeal and having something positive as a return, you often think of that positive reward and kind of actually tend to forget about the negative ordeal that you went through. That's actually a psychological thing that, well, many games tend to bank on these days especially. So yeah, games as service can fuck right off, right? And Elite is a game as service, or at least they attempt to make it as such more and more. They kind of stumbled about what they wanted to make it as, but regardless. Then subscription games. Fuck right off. I hate subscription games completely. I've never liked them and never wanted to play them, nor want to play them ever. It's basically games as service, but basically just jumping to the logical conclusion. We want, you know, you fuckers to constantly pay us, and, you know, we're gonna continue making the game. In a way, it's more upfront and honest than games as service, but the game doesn't belong to you. That's the issue. You know, you every month you spend whatever amount of money, and you continue spending it even if you're not playing it, and it's no, it's not great. On top of that, obviously, excessive DLC producing is not the best way to do it, and so on and so forth. But yeah, obviously, not every business model is sustainable when it comes to just making the game and pricing it accordingly, and then making another game or an expansion or a proper DLC that, you know, is worth it rather than just cosmetic nonsense. But then again, you have to re-examine what you want from your community. What you want to make. If you want to make a business, yeah, games as service seems like a proper thing to do, and microtransactions as well. But if you actually want to make a good fucking game that doesn't abuse your fucking community and exploit them, well, you're gonna have to realize that, you know, making a game and properly pricing it making it also fun, you know? Content is king, as they say. You kind of need to lean into those things rather than going out, you know, fully. You'll still make money. That's the funny thing. You'll still make money. Yeah, sure, you're not going to make all the money, as Jim Sterling says, but I'm just saying, you know. So, that's the thing. I still believe that you make a game, you price it accordingly, and if you want to continue making the game and, you know, rake in money for it, expansions, right? Or at least expansion here and there, right? I mean, basically Witcher 3, right? They made a game and expansion that is extremely well made, right? And adds to the gameplay so much. And is properly priced. On top of that, they also released free cosmetic DLCs, which is all the better, frankly speaking. And so, yeah. However, I got to say that I do not agree with the policy of crunch within CD Projekt Red. I personally never liked it, but yeah, it's well, I mean, you can't argue sometimes with the result as well. But I'm not forgetting about the fucking crunch culture that is within the CD Projekt Red as well. So yeah. Anyways, right. So what's this Origins Day about? Right. So in 11th October, the YouTube channel is celebrating 9 years. So I'll be probably doing a sort of a longer stream than usual. Probably will be playing, I don't know. Well, Elite Dangerous, obviously. I definitely want to at least check out PlanetSide too, because why not, right? You know, I mean, I started making serious content, or at least seriously start making content, starting with, well, technically Tribes Ascend. No, not with Tribes Ascend. I tried my hand in making content seriously for Tribes Ascend, but I started really making content seriously for a long time with PlanetSide. So definitely need to at least stream that a little bit, and I'll see what else I could do, and so on and so forth. So expect a little bit longer nonsense there. So yeah, there you go. That's basically the Origins. And today I'm just sort of, you know, chatting, farting, flapping about in space. Yeah. But yeah, to answer the question, what would be the best way to monetize or make a game? Well, there was your answer. Like, Witcher 3 was basically the best answer I can give you, really. I mean, the second best answer would be maybe Stellaris. As kind of annoying it is, it's still better than, you know, any sort of microtransaction nonsense. Basically, for Witcher 3, as I said previously, it was the base game is priced properly, and expansion that adds stuff to the game is a really nice, you know, way to sort of combine and expand, and of course, gain extra cash for it, right? Or you know, continue raking in more rather than making a new game, right? The problem with that is that you can't endlessly make DLCs without some sort of penalty for your community when you're segregating, you know, who has and who hasn't got the expansion, and then of course compiling expansion on top of expansion and whatnot else. That's pretty bad, and no one should ever do it, really. And Rinjin porn. Okay, I'll take that. Appreciate the subscription there on the Twitch. I really appreciate it, indeed. But yeah. The Stellaris mechanic is essentially a base game, and then DLC after DLC after DLC after DLC after DLC. And sometimes it's an expansion level DLC, but it's basically DLC. And it's an online game too. However, the beautiful thing about Stellaris, yes, they're constantly making, you know, DLCs left and right. And that does segregate the community. However, the beautiful thing about Stellaris is that if you're playing with someone as an online game, you know, the person who's hosting will basically unlock the expansion for everyone that he plays with. The host, let's say a host has every single expansion. Well, if you're playing with a friend who only has the basic game, they will also get the full game for that match. Right? That's fucking awesome! Say what you will, I love it. And that sort of mitigates the segregation within the game, right? Simple. On top of that, there's also the fact that Stellaris offers mods, and modding scene for Stellaris is actually quite big. Often it's, you know, free content and better content than the normal DLC. So, well, there you go. You know, that's actually, you know, sure, it's very DLC happy, but on the other hand, there are some massive positives as well coming from it. So,
Yeah, then there are old farts as me who grew up in the 90s before there was widespread internet, and you got your games in boxes. Like you went to a store and you bought a box with a game in it. That you really owned.
yeah, these days again,
And
companies go for
and
the
there
live
were
service.
no DLCs, and the game had to be more bug free because you couldn't ship out updates over the internet.
Yeah. You couldn't have the day one patches, yes. Yeah. No, it's... Yeah, the current state... No, I mean, Linus Tech Tips also did talk about this a couple of times in the Van show and a few other times as well. About the fact that the gaming industry is basically... well, allowed to pump out just shit game after shit game, MVP after MVP, the minimum viable product, that is, after minimum viable product after minimum viable product, without really much of a ramification. And people are like, herpaderp, okay, I'm gonna trust you. I mean, we can see that quite a lot with Star Citizen, frankly speaking, and others, of course. But yeah, it's just... the broken... basically we're being sold broken, well, toys, if you will, or broken products, and then with the promise, you know, maybe one day we'll get what it's supposed to have, or what it's supposed to have in the first place. It's not great. It's really bad, in fact, and it's getting worse. It's getting worse. Well, that and of course the average coder's knowledge of the coding base and capabilities is just dwindling. But then again, there are more of us around, I suppose. And I include myself as one of those that don't really know much, because I honestly haven't coded in the last, oh god, it's 4 years. Oh well. So, yeah. But I still like coding. Well, whenever I need to show up Frontier how to do their fucking work, you know, I bring out my very good if and else statements, you know. Mostly as a joke, but, you know, it's still funny. Ah, well. What am I doing? Right, so basically I'm traveling to a very far place, and I'm slowly but surely, probably, getting closer and closer to it. So basically I'm traveling here, and then I want to go here. Reason for that is that there's something really, really wonderful there. Problem is the route planner doesn't particularly want to jump there. So, it's gonna be pretty bad. So, can you jump? Please plot the fucking route, you fucking... God damn it! Alright, well, let's see. So, first things first, I need to go here, right? So, that will involve, I think, at least one far jump and what else, but, I mean, there should be at least a few stars that I could jump to nearby. Let's see, maybe this one. Why not use the Jumpaconda? Well, I'm using my Jumpaconda. This is my secondary account. And this is basically a Jumpaconda. The only thing that it's missing is lightweight engineering on, I think it was sensors, or the fully engineered lightweight sensors or life support, one of them. But everything else is fully engineered to the max. I have 73 light year jump range or something like that. Mostly because I'm carrying extra stuff on it. you know. Otherwise, I would have about 82 light year jump or something like that. Yeah, I think so. 2 accounts? Actually, I have 3 accounts. The second account, full disclosure, the second account and tertiary account was given to me by the Frontier Developments. The secondary account was given to me to literally film the stuff that I'm going for right now, you know, this far away. And the tertiary one was done, or rather given to me for showcasing the, well, beginnings of the game, basically fresh account experience and so on and so forth, because I constantly keep resetting that account. Hey, okay, here we go. Fuck this one. And yoink. There we go. That's gonna get me really close there. Alright. And that is 47 jumps. Well, I will probably be ending the stream relatively soon, but at least now I have a relatively decently plotted route. So I shall be able to do at least a decent jump there. Oh, Raging Pom. Sorry, I can't read Twitch's font there. Sorry. Yeah. Well, once more, thanks for the Twitch subscribe there. Yeah, TheYamiks cannot read. But yeah, thanks for all the funny content. Well, I appreciate you watching and everyone watching. It's always nice to, you know, have audience. Basically, yeah. You make the show happen. Well, quote unquote show, as it's more than that to me. But regardless. Ron, how do I pay someone to kill TheYamiks? My horse is What are you implying here? I beat a dead horse, not impregnate left and right. What the hell? Oh, what the fuck? You're confusing two things, mate. Beating a dead horse is not exactly the same thing as beating off a dead, a non-dead horse. Well, I like jokes. Okay, right. Fun times. Let's see. Why not use the neutron star highway? There are no neutron highway stars or neutron stars around, mate. There's just not. And there we go. Yeah, oh well. Let's see. Alrighty then. You have fuel 5C fuel capacitets. No. My fuel tank is default. That is maxed out. I mean, I don't have any extra fuel tanks. I only have the fuel scoop, which is 7A. So, yeah. TheYamiks traveling far away from, or to other side of the galaxy to get away from the stupid, or stupidity. Not necessarily, but that's a bonus. Has a new boron been found? Well, technically, yes, Ron. There was a, I think it was a quadruple hotspot, but honestly, you can still make decent amount of credits from a double hotspot, frankly speaking. So, and even a triple hotspot, actually, the triple hotspot that is really near the bubble, that one's kind of crap. Doesn't properly work, I think it was. I mean, you can go on Reddit's, the elite miners elite, Reddit elite miners, Reddit page, and basically ask them what's the best place to mine. But generally speaking, well, there was that one pretty far away place that without fleet carrier, honestly, is not the greatest way to go and make credits, but still, I mean, you can do it. Boron, those who don't know, it used to be a really good place to mine low temperature diamonds. There we go. A triple overlaying hotspot for low temperature diamonds. That's why it was so good. So yeah, yeah, there you go. So yeah, used to be a pretty nice place until developers reshuffle the fucking systems. Fun times. Oh well. Paynite mining is the king now. Is it? Alright, fair enough then. Fair enough.
Speaking of mining, did they fix the pulse wave scanner?
I have no idea. Probably not.
Oh god.
So yeah. Fun. Mr. Fister. Well, hello to you as well. And did you miss anything? No, not really. I don't think so. Let's see. Mining Paynite. Okay, Lily, fine. I get it. Alright, fine. Paynite mining is the king. Fine. Get it. I mean, I've not really needed any credits in the recent times anyways, so I don't really care, frankly speaking, so, you know. Alright, I'll jump a few more jumps, and I suppose that'll be the end of the stream as well for today, as we are getting closer and closer to the anniversary of the channel, YouTube channel that is, and so on and so forth. I'll see what else can I stream. Actually, now that I think of it, I could stream No Man's Sky or Star Citizen tomorrow. Or maybe finish this thing. I don't know. Maybe I should finish this thing tomorrow. I mean, I did start it after all. So, we'll see. I'll figure out something. Certainly, there will be an interesting video tomorrow, though. Yeah. Let's see. But yeah, anyways, for those, basically for the end of the stream, I might as well remind folks, if you do enjoy the streams and all that stuff, I mean, you can join the Discords. There's a link down below for the community and all that stuff. If you need to find, folks to play with or something else, I mean, up to you, really. I usually ask my Discords for help on filming, but that's very random times and random places and all that stuff. However, sometimes it happens. And I do organize some events from time to time as well. I might actually do that maybe next month. We'll see. Regardless of that, yeah. If you do enjoy the stream and all that stuff, do follow on the Twitch sides, subscribe on YouTube, that wonderful, useful stuff. And, of course, check out the Patreon if you want to support the, nonsense and shenanigans I get up to these days. It's always really, really appreciated and all that stuff. And, yeah, there's Streamlabs for tips, and there's merch store for merch, if you like that sort of stuff. But that pretty much is it. Yeah, that pretty much is it. I'll be returning, yeah, pretty much tomorrow, and bring y'all some nice, fun things to enjoy. All right, here we go. Come on, one more jump. All right, let's do one more jump. Where the hell am I going? Right, so I am going very far away. As a matter of fact, I'm going very, 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 very far away. So that's the bubble. And that there is me. And that's where I'm going. So yeah. The reason why I'm going there, once more, to remind folks, there's something wonderful to witness in person, and that is the gyre tree. It's written as fucking stolen pod to this day. It's not fixed, but it's a gyre tree. It produces gyre pods. But it looks like a fucking Targoid, doesn't it? It's really cool. Like, in person, it's even cooler. The first time I saw something like this, I was like, what the fuck? So, it's really cool. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. That's the journey for now. Come on, one more jump. Let's do one more jump, and yeah, I'll be heading out then. There we go. Has the previous CG module reward been given out? Nope. Apparently no. October 10th, you say? Okay, fair enough. And Jocks. That will be the resting place, I suppose. Probably should get away from the star and rather refuel first and then get away from the star. And yeah, there we go. Get away from the star. And we are pretty much done. Okay, right, well, that's about it for now. I'll see you then tomorrow for the Friday's nonsense, and for Saturday you can expect Space news as well, and well, Sunday then it's time for the anniversary. So yeah, that's about it. Guys, take care, and I'll see you around.